Hello and welcome. This is Chrisanne and I'm coming at you from Elemental Energies with Chrisanne. And today we're going to be doing a really fun, simple, easy project. You can do this with children, you can do this with adults. This is a great project that we can do a lot of things with. Mostly we can make these, share them, and leave them places for people to find them and get a little bit of a smile. We're painting on rocks. We're painting on tumbled pieces of glass. A lot of these things you can get at the Dollar Tree. You can get at Michael's. You get these in the areas where they sell floral things. Some of these things are what goes in the vase to hold the flowers up. But not only are we using these things, you can use found objects like rocks as well, but we are using Posca pens to decorate them. This is going to be by far your most expensive item in this project. Posca pens are a paint marker that is a very good quality paint marker. You can get these at any craft store and Michael's of all places. Not Michael's, I meant Walmart. Walmart of all places. I have used the Michael's paint pens for years and years and years. Those are nice, but they don't seem to be as full of a coverage as the Posca paint pens. So we're going to be using these. We're going to be using found objects or objects that you can purchase. We're going to be decorating these. A lot of times people like to decorate little rocks and leave them around for people to find and have and just get a little smile. But you know, the other thing that you can do with these, and I'm thinking of doing it with this one, is once you decorate them, you can wire wrap them so you can wear them on a necklace. If you're interested, I may do a video on that too, just so we can see a really simple wire wrapping way that we can not only make these, but wear them. Now, what inspired this was a friend of mine gave me this huge, gigantic bag, and in it are all these, and they're not sharp. It's all these tumbled pieces of glass. There's clear, there's blue, there's all different types, and they're smooth, so it's totally safe to use this with children. I have seen things like this. Like I said, go to Joann's, to the floral department, go to Michael's. Even Walmart does have some of these type of things. They have a craft section. It's a halfway decent craft section. Is there a ton of things there? No. But do they have Poscas? Yes. You're going to get a set from anywhere from $10 to $20 for the Poscas. And I'm going to show you how you have to prime a Posca marker before you use it. So my black one has not been primed yet. I have a little tiny piece of paper here. You're going to shake it until you hear that ball. You hear the ball inside shaking up all the paint. You want to shake, 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 shake. That's mixing the paint up. When you very first get a set of Posca markers, when you open it up, the tip is white. You need to take this and push it. I'm going to do it here, but I'm going to finish it doing it on my table. You're going to push it so that the whole tip goes inside. So I'm going to do that here on my table. You want gravity to bring the paint down. It takes a minute or two for this to happen, for the magic to happen within the paint marker. And once it does that, it is pretty good to go. Do you still need to prime it? Yes, but not as long and not for as much. See, I'm like getting nothing. So still got to sit here and prime this. And you do this for each and every marker when you very first get them. When you go to use them after a while, you always need to shake them. And sometimes you need to give it a gentle little press before you use it all the other times. These come in all different sizes and different tips. You can get fine tip Posca markers all the way up to a large chisel tipped Posca marker. These are the 8 color set, and I got the primary color set, and it's 1.8 to 2.5 millimeter was this set, and it lists all the colors that are in the set. So you can see it's starting, still not finished, but it's starting, and you'll see a pool of paint on the little piece of paper, and that's how you know. You'll see there's no paint there. There's no paint even on my little paper. It's slowly coming down. It takes a few minutes for gravity to kind of work with these markers, but once it works, these are really good markers. Like I said, I've been using the Michaels brand paint markers for years. I have a huge container of those. They are nice. I use them. I do like them. But the Poscas are a bit of a game changer. They are good on any surface. I have found them to be good on, obviously, rock, glass, wood, metal, fabric. They run a little bit on fabric. Paper, they're really good for paper crafts. They're really good on polymer clay. They are good on plastics. So there you go. Now it's starting. There you go. That's how long it takes. I wanted you to see in real world time how long it takes. So don't get impatient. It takes a couple of minutes, but it is pretty good. I'm going to give it another couple of, and you can see it's pretty good. It's pretty saturated. So I'm going to put the cover on this. These are just some examples of some ones that I've made. Let's move these aside. You know, it's really nice to just do a very simple word on these. And let's just do love. Very, 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 very simple. I can come in with my pink. You know, I'm not a fan of pink, but I have it. Let's use it. Just give this a quick little prime. Yep, that's good. I'm going to show you how I do my dip dot hearts. So I do this with regular paint, acrylic paint right out of the bottle. I shake the acrylic paint in the bottle, and then I use the cap, and I use the end of a paintbrush, and I can dip it and then do that. But you know what? That's a lot of work. Let's do my dipping dot heart with a marker. So we're going to come over here to this side, and we're going to do a dot, and then I'm going to do a V under the dot. And if I need to come up and clear up these little ones up here, I can do that. My dipping dot heart. Very simple. Let's do a couple more of those. If you look, I did a whole bunch on this one with different colors. So let's recreate that. We'll do this side right here. So I'm doing a dot, and then a V. And then I like to keep turning my piece as I'm working on it. That's how I'm getting them going in all different directions. Actually, so we have 4 of those. Let's grab the red. Now, this one is a thinner marker than this one is. This is from another set. Every time I go to use it, I just want to make sure it's primed. It is primed. Dot, dot, V. So you're seeing this is a thicker marker. And this is glass, so it's kind of bleeding a little bit, but that doesn't bother me. It doesn't do that on rock. So there's that. Let's see. Let's do a giant heart. You see how I'm getting pretty good coverage right away. I mean, I can come in and I can add to that if I want. Let's see. Let's do kind of a dotted flower next to it. And then let's do a little heart over here. There. It's kind of a nubbly rock. This one's smoother. So I kind of liked this rainbow one that I did, but I don't have any orange and I don't have any purple in this set. So let's just do a simple stripe of red, a stripe of yellow, a stripe of green, and then I have two blues. I've been using these markers like just before I started this video, so I know they're pretty primed and ready to go. There's my simple, you know, the only one I want to touch up is that yellow. There. Very simple rainbow. Leave these around like on park benches or something like that. Would be cute. Let's do a little mandala on this one. This is a smooth rock. I got a whole bag of these a long time ago at the Dollar Tree. Once again, it was on that same aisle where you get all the floral things, because these are supposed to be what's in a vase to hold a flower up. So let's just do a simple dots for mandala. I like to do a dot, then I like to do north, south, east, west. Then I can come in between. Then let's go in between those. All I'm doing is dots. Let's come in with this blue. I do like to shake them with the cover on. And then let's just do dots in between those last green dots. Does take a minute for this paint to dry, so don't be making this and then picking it up right away. Of course, I say that and I don't want to smudge the paint, but I do want to show you. There we go. You can see that. Super, super, super simple. Let's put that over there to dry. I mean, you can see it's easy to just sit here and make a whole bunch of these. Let's do some flower petals. Simple 5 petals for a flower. Do a dot in the middle. Yeah, my yellow needs a little bit of help, but you know what? I kind of like that look. And then let's come in with the green for some leaves. Super simple. The other thing you can do with these, if you don't want to leave them on a park bench for people to find them, put a magnet on the back of them. You can wire wrap them. You can glue some ribbon on the back of them, have these be Christmas ornaments. You can glue them to the front of a book to have it as a decoration. You can glue earring backings on, especially ones like this, or a pendant to make this hang like a veil, to turn it into a pendant. Think outside the box. It's not just a rock, but how can we utilize this and make something fun? You know, I'm all about making fun things, especially with kids. It's wonderful to make things with kids so they can see that their creativity can be shared. And it's nice for a kid to give something as a gift and it to be appreciated. Kids get a real kick out of that. It's great to paint your fingers too. These are not necessarily body safe paints. Not that it's toxic, but I'm just saying it's not face painting markers. Super simple. It's quick. It's easy. You go along with what your capability levels are. Let's do believe. And let's do some little hearts. A little teacher gift, a little paperweight, a little magnet, stick a bail on the back, give that as a gift. I thought this was such a pretty rock. I'm always picking up rocks. I thought that was so pretty. I mean, you can see the mica in it and all that fun type of stuff. So I want to do a giant flower on this one with circles. I mean, simple. Simple, simple, simple. Get yourself some Posca markers or whatever paint pen that you have. I like these because I don't have to go over everything. So let's take a look at all of these. You know what? We're going to put it on something over here so we can see them better. Because I know my work surface is covered in paint. And you see how quick these dry. There. I think you can see them all. I hope you have had fun with a super, super, super simple craft that we can all appreciate, we can all do, we can all have fun together, and then we can share them. And I'm all about having gifts and sharing them with other people because, you know, when we share our passion, we share our creativity, it can be really infectious. And that's a great thing. I think for children to have creativity and learn to think outside the box, it is a really good skill to instill in them. Look, you turned out like me. Good luck. But this is fun, it's easy, and it's super simple. So if you need to come up with something really quick to give somebody a gift, go get a rock outside your house, paint it, or go to the beach. And be careful, you're not supposed to be taking stuff off beaches, but, you know, maybe get one or two off a beach because those are a lot smoother than these. But have fun, go to the dollar store, pick up a bag of these or a bag of these, It's cheap enough, and you can have an afternoon of fun with your kids, or the big kids too. Thanks so much for tuning in. Take care and be free.